Hello everyone, it's Lisa from 2createawebsite.com. How are you guys doing today? Hope you're doing well. I'm doing fabulous. I just had a record AdSense month in July of 2009. So I thought I would create a video just kind of talking about a few things that I did last month. How this all started was at the end of June. I was just checking my, monthly earnings, and I logged into my AdSense account. I'm like, wow, it seems like the same earnings month after month, even though my traffic keeps increasing. So I'm like, okay, there has to be some things that I need to work on. And the problem is when you start making money and you start getting involved in a lot of different projects and websites, you have a tendency to stop doing some of the things that you used to do when you first got started. For example, when I first joined AdSense, I was checking my income every day. I was experimenting with ad colors. I was keeping up with all the new tools that AdSense came up with to help you earn more and everything. Well, I kind of gotten out of that habit over the last few years, and I've just been working on other things, and I was just kind of okay with the money that I was earning with AdSense. I mean, $4,500, $4,700 a month is not, too bad. But I'm like, why? My traffic is going up. Let me see what I can do to get my earnings to go up. So I made a goal for July. I said I'm going to have a record month in July. And July is normally my low month for everything because it's summertime, and my particular niche, for whatever reason, just seems to kind of go down a little bit in the summer. So that was my goal for July. So I set my goal and I reached it. And I'm going to log into my account right now, because there'll be some people that'll say, oh, I don't believe you, show us, you can't really make a lot with AdSense. Oh yeah? Let me just show you. So I'm logging into my AdSense account. That's my earnings from today. I've already got it set to last month, July. Ta-da! That's what I earned for July 2009. Now, I have to caveat here that the reason why the screen was blurred out is because it's against the AdSense terms and conditions to show specific details about your earnings. Like, I can't show you what my click-through rate is. I'm not going to show you like which sites earned what, but I will tell you these earnings are from 3 sites and my blog, and that's as detailed as I'm going to get. Now, for the rest of the video, what I want to do is just kind of show you guys some things that I did to break that record. I think my record before this was something like 4,700. So I shattered that bad boy this month. So let's start off by just talking about some things that I did differently. Now, some of you guys are going to hear some of these tips and you're going to go, Lisa, you're kidding me. You weren't doing those things? No, I honestly wasn't. Like I said, when you start working on other projects and when you start, finding other things that make, more money, and you focus your attention on those things, some of the other things get left on the back burner. And that's kind of what happened with AdSense. I was content with what I was making, but I wasn't taking the time to optimize my earnings. So that's what I did in July, and it paid off. So the first thing that I did is I installed the Google custom search on my websites. Now, you might say, like I said, Lisa, I can't believe you hadn't done that. Well, I was using master.com, which is a great free search engine that you can install on your site if you want an internal search. It was free, easy to set up. I had been using it for probably close to 7 years now. And due to the fact that my click-through ratios for AdSense is so low, I figured that adding Google custom search probably wouldn't make much difference. So I just stuck with what I was using. Well, I was wrong. It actually did make a difference, and it actually earned me a couple $100 just by installing Google search for last month. So I installed Google custom search, and what you can see here is I'm on my website, and let's just do a search here for Dreamweaver. So now when you search on my site, you see that my search is now powered by Google custom search, and there are ads up here and there are ads on the right. Now, when you join Google custom search, it's free, and you can customize the color of the ads, the placement of the ads, and everything. So like how my ads are red, I could have made them brown if I wanted to, could have done anything. The other thing that you have the option of doing is putting the search results in your own site or on google.com. Well, clearly, the best thing to do is to put the search results on your own site. You don't want people leaving your site to do a search. You got to do that. And it's pretty easy to set up. You just create a blank page. Just grab, a page on your site, wipe out all the content in the middle, save the page as a new page, call it search.html, or if it's for your blog, you have to do for like WordPress, you have to save it as search.php. Upload the file, and when you set up Google Custom Search, they'll ask you, where do you want the search results to be displayed? Well, you tell them the link to the site, the template you created, and then you just now when people do searches on your site, you install the search box code, excuse me, by just pasting the code that Google provides, and then the search results will automatically appear on that page that you told them to. So that's what I did for both my sites and my blog. So now I have Google Custom Search, and like I said, that accounted for a couple $100 just for last month. So it's definitely worth it. The other thing that I did was I started checking out, I merged Google Analytics with my AdSense account, and it's something, again, I had been putting off. I meant to do it, just never did it. Google Analytics, for those of you who don't know, is just a free tracking tool that Google provides. You can track your visitors, you can see how many visits you get per day, you can see how long people are staying on your site, where your traffic is coming from. It's a very, very, very thorough traffic reporting tool. Well, since Google owns both analytics and AdSense, you can now merge the two. So now when I log into my analytics account and check my site stats or traffic stats, I can also see what pages are earning the most from AdSense. Now they won't tell you how much you're earning per ad click or anything like that, but they will tell you which pages are earning the most. So as soon as I started learning which pages were my top earners, I started putting Google ads in prominent locations on those pages. And that was a big, big, big factor for my boost in earnings last month. The other thing that I did was I started using more image ads. When you set up an account with Google Google AdSense, when you set up a new ad unit, they ask you if you want to do text only or image. Well, for my blog only, just testing something out, I chose image and text ads. So now with some of my blog posts, and I'm sure, let's see if I can find one. The ads, what I'm trying to say basically is that the ads that are showing up are very, very relevant to my audience. So the click-through has been higher. Yep, there's one right there. Premium website templates. That is a Google ad, and it's very relevant to my blog, which teaches people how to, create blogs and do various design things. So adding the image option on my ads for this blog has been helpful. Now, I did the same thing on To Create a Website. My website didn't have as good a result on that. It's funny how you just have to really test and experiment, because what works for one site may not work as well for others. So that's why experimenting with things is really, really, really important. The other thing that you have to do that I've been doing for some time is you have to create channels. If you go to your AdSense setup tab, there's a channel link here. You definitely want to set up channels, because with the channels you can test not only which of your sites are doing the best, but you can also test various ad units. So if you want to see if your 250 by 250 unit is performing better than your 468 by 60 unit, you can set up channels for both of those ad units and see which ad block is performing better or has the higher click-through ratio. So that's something you should definitely be doing. I've been doing that for quite some time, and it's very helpful. Another thing that I started doing that's been helpful is I've been putting more ads alongside my YouTube videos. I got an email about 6 months ago from the AdSense optimization team, and I believe they email some of their top earners every now and then and give them personal one-on-one help. And I think that's why I got the email. And she asked me if she could do an optimization report for my site. It's free. And I'm like, yeah, why not? So what she did is she took a screenshot of my website, a page on my website. And actually, I think she used this page right here. And she marked up areas where she did like a mock-up of places that I could put ads on my site. And one of the places she recommended was to put ads alongside my YouTube videos. Now, at first I would have thought that was against the terms and conditions, because when AdSense first came out, they were very, very picky about where you were putting ads, and they didn't like you to bump up ads against images or video, because they didn't want you tricking people, thinking that, oh, it's part of your content and it's really an ad. So they were really strict about those things. So I never really thought to put ads that close to my videos before. But since this came from the AdSense optimization team, obviously it's okay. So I started doing that on some of my pages, and I've been earning a higher click-through for the ads that show up alongside my video. So that's something else that has been helpful. The other thing that I've been doing, this is something that just been going on for quite some time. I didn't just do this for July, but my YouTube channel has, being a YouTube partner, has really helped my AdSense income, not just from the money that I'm earning from the ads that appear alongside my video, but from people embedding my videos into their sites, and the ads that show up on the video, I get a cut from those clicks, and I didn't know that. I did not know that. I was seeing a column in my AdSense reports, and I was like, what is this column? Where are these earnings coming from? And I did a search in the AdSense help, and I found out that Google shares, they do a three-way share with the revenue. If you're a YouTube partner and you have a video and somebody, goes to your video, and let's just click one of my videos here. Let's pause it so it doesn't start playing. And let's say they like my video and they want to embed it in their site. Well, they grab the code here, embed it into their site, and if it's a video that I have set up to display partner ads, anytime the ads display on their site, if they're an AdSense member, they get a cut of the click, I get a cut, and of course, YouTube gets a cut, or Google gets a cut. So I was seeing this total really start to add up in my AdSense reports. I'm like, what is this extra money coming from? And I found out it was from the third-party embedded YouTube videos. So that was another way. So guys, these are all the different ways that I have been making money, I have increased my AdSense earnings for the month of July. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what's going to happen in the latter months of the year, because like I said, the summer months are usually pretty low for me. So, September, October, November are usually higher months. So I'm going to continue testing various things. I'm going to spend more time experimenting with different things with my account to see if that makes a difference. And that's what you have to do, guys. You have to experiment. Well, the first thing you have to do is have traffic. Obviously, if you don't have enough traffic, then doing all this experimentation is not going to help you much. The majority of the people that email me that have problems with AdSense are people who do not have enough quality content. Quality has not been their #1 priority. And if quality is not your #1 priority, you're not going to make money with AdSense. You're not going to make money with anything. I cannot tell you how many people have emailed me and said, Lisa, I don't understand why I'm not making money with AdSense. I'll go to their blog, I'll scroll down, and I'll see one blog post or 2 or 3 blog posts. And I'm like, how do you expect someone to become a loyal visitor of your site if you've only got 3 articles? It takes time to build this up. I've been an AdSense member since 2003. 6 years. I had my 6-year anniversary in June. So, and my sites combined get 20,000 visitors per day, combined. Now, hearing that number, you might go, and that's all you're earning with AdSense? Well, a big part of that is my click-through ratios are very low. When you have a site like To Create a Website or even my blog, I'm targeting webmasters. So webmasters tend to ignore the ads because they know that they're ads. They're familiar with the AdSense program. So my click-through ratio is low. So imagine if you worked hard at building up your quality content, promoting your site, getting the traffic, and you had a niche that paid, that would get a higher click-through ratio. Imagine the kind of money you would earn with my kind of traffic. So it's really hard for me to estimate how much you can earn with AdSense. I get that question all the time, but a lot of it depends on how much traffic you get, how much you earn per click. That's something Google will never disclose. So a lot of that depends on that. So I can't answer that question, and I get that question a lot, but there's no way for me to know that. So if you're not making what you want to make with AdSense, the first thing you have to do is say, is my blog really useful? Is it quality? Am I just paraphrasing somebody else's content and throwing up 5 or 6 quick pages and sitting it out there, submitting to a few directories and waiting for the traffic to come? If you're doing that, that is not a good marketing strategy. A good marketing strategy is, okay, my first priority is I want to build a site to help X number of people, or help these people, help golfers, help teachers, help students. You have to have a goal. What is the goal of your site? What are you trying to do? So you go out, you research other sites and say, oh, okay, I see a lot of sites that are doing this, but they're not talking about this. So my site is going to help teachers or whatever you're talking about learn how to do this. And I'm going to have articles with this, and then I'm going to do video. You need a strategy. You need a plan. What are you going to do to your site? What are you going to do to help it stand out? That's got to be your first order of business. Develop a plan, develop a strategy. Going to blogger.com, slapping up a quick 2-page blog and joining AdSense or applying for AdSense is not the way to go. You have to have a theme-based site. One topic, one main topic. Don't do a hodgepodge flea market site with 20 different topics. If you want traffic from the search engines, you have to have a focused content site. Work hard the first 3 to 6 months doing nothing but building up solid content. Forget about AdSense, because you're not going to make much with AdSense if you don't have the traffic. And if you don't have quality content, if your site's not useful, you're not going to have the traffic. So spend the time working on those things, and you will see your AdSense earnings improve. And you'll be getting checks like I'm getting, or maybe much more than what I'm getting. So I hope this video has helped you guys. I didn't just create this video to brag. I made almost $6,000. No, that's not the point of the video. The point is to show you guys what I did to hopefully help you out and show you some different tools that you can use to then increase your AdSense income. And I know a lot of the tips that I mentioned were not that unique. I mean, a lot of the stuff you guys probably already knew, but hopefully this taught some of the newcomers to AdSense some things that you can do to help boost your income. So that's all for this video, guys, and I will see you next time. Happy AdSense earnings. Bye-bye.